Hey everybody, Gunnison Undercover here. Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2020. Time is 12:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time here in New Jersey. We finally got a sunny day. Still windy out, and I hate the wind. I really do hate the wind. So we have a government hypocrisy. And this is going to show you how it's okay for one group to do something, but not okay for another group to do something. Now, I'm going to go back to a story happened here in Rumson, New Jersey. I'll just read you a quick rundown on the story. This is reported in the Patch. This is came out on April 6th. There it is. I'll try to remember to put it in the link. You can go read the full story. And it says, police identify Rumson man who they say hosted Pink Floyd party. John Malgian, 54, of Rumson, was charged Sunday with reckless endangerment, disorderly conduct, and more. A guest was also charged. The New Jersey Attorney General identified the Rumson man who say hosted a gathering of about 30 people Saturday evening at his Black Point Road home to listen to a live performance of Pink Floyd hits at the height of the coronavirus epidemic. Now, we can't say this word because there's rumor going around that YouTube has a problem, so I refer to it as the con virus because I think we're kind of getting conned. Epidemic, and when healthy adults are being urged to social distance and avoid large gatherings. John Malgian, 54, Rumson, was charged Sunday by Rumson police. Now get the charges here. Reckless endangerment, disorderly conduct, and two separate charges relating to violating Governor Murphy's, that's Comrade Murphy's, emergency orders not to have social gatherings. All the charges are disorderly person offenses. That means it's municipal stuff. That means the town will profit off of that. And this man already hired a very good law firm. I got a feeling this is all going to get dropped because this is really turning into a civil rights issue. That these laws don't trump the Constitution. He has also been charged with violating two Rumson Borough ordinances. Oh, what, noise complaints? Malgian is not charged with cursing at police. Well, you can't because that's freedom of speech. Malgian hired a lawyer, Mitchell Ansell, who released this statement in his client's defense. A second man at the party, Ryan Sheftel, 46, of Rumson, was also charged with disorderly conduct and violating a borough ordinance of disturbing the peace after he allegedly cursed at the police and shouted, "Welcome to Nazi Germany." Now, probably what happens, he yelled real loud and oh, you know, the snitches that weren't at the party, they were shocked. Oh, because disorderly conduct is when your behavior causes an alarm. So they must have been alarmed that he said such terrible things to the government and forces. Oh, they're here to protect us. I got a feeling that one's going to get dropped. Because it's your right. You can tell a cop to go F-off. You can tell a cop he's, I don't know, he's a hooker. I don't know. You can tell him anything you want. So maybe what you learn from here, if you're going to say something to the cops that you don't like what they're doing, just say it very calmly. Say, you know what, officer? You are a butthole. You are a Nazi. You are a despicable piece of garbage. And you say it very nicely. Then they can't say you're being disorderly. But they probably will anyway, because I always say it doesn't cost a government enforcer anything to sign a complaint against you, to arrest you. But it costs you everything to defend yourself against it. And that's the unevenness. So anyway, let me continue. The Rumson police say that approximately 8:19 p.m. Saturday evening, April 3rd, they were called to Malgian's home for a report of a large party with a band. Police say when they arrived, they discovered the homeowner, Malgian, together with another man playing acoustic guitar. Get this, acoustic. It's not even electric. It's an acoustic guitar on the front porch of his home. You're not even safe on your own damn property. There were approximately 30 people between the ages of 40 and 50 gathered on Malgian's front lawn and adjoining street watching the performance, said police. Some had lawn chairs and alcoholic. Oh my goodness. They were drinking an alcohol beverage on his property. It's private property. They want to drink a beer on it. Let them drink a damn beer. The concert with 2 guitars with microphones and amplifiers also was being broadcast live on Facebook, police said. Despite the fact that police were on scene with flashing lights attempting to disperse the crowd, the band continued playing, said the Attorney General's office. Well, we know Attorney General. He's an import. He's that little bitch boy for Comrade Murphy. It was not until a Rumson officer directly approached Malagine that he stopped singing and playing. Malagine then told his Facebook Live audience he was streaming his friend that he had to stop playing. As the old saying goes, in the midst of all this chaos, the band still played on. That is until they were revived in the middle of the 1975 classic Wish You Were Here. That they must stop the show, said Rumson police in a Facebook post about the incident. Now, this is what's great about this, and I hope we're going to see more of this. We were met with well wishes of F the police and welcome to Nazi Germany from this group of 40 to 50-year-old adults, Rumson police said in place. Oh my goodness, they didn't respect the police. Oh my, what are we going to do? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm sure the lemmings, the bootlickers, didn't like that. Police warned that any future incident in Rumson would receive a zero-tolerance approach and everyone involved with the charge will be charged with disorderly conduct. After the arrest, the head of the New Jersey State Police had some harsh words for Rumson partygoers. Well, I got a message for the head of state police. You got that message right there? Go F yourself. I have said that law enforcement, government enforcers, will act swiftly against those who blatantly place the lives of others at risk. I want to know how they place them at risk, okay? First of all, that's baloney. How do you know any of them there have the con virus? How do you know that? You don't know that. So how can you blatantly say put at risk? And this is just shaming. This is coronavirus shaming. Oh, if you do this, this is going to happen. Well, how do you know that's going to happen? How do you know I even got it? So they got to prove that one. They got to prove that they're that's the proof they got to prove, is that they're putting them at risk. They got to prove that somebody in that there has a communicable disease that's going to cause somebody their life or something in jeopardy. Well, you don't get much more blatant than that, than the party crowd in Rumson that resisted, insulted police officers who asked them to disperse. No. They told the police what they thought of them, and they didn't give them the respect because those police did not deserve any respect. They're going along with, they're not honoring their oath. They're going blindly along with this unlawful order that this socialist, communist, Nazi governor that we got here in New Jersey that's just drunk on power. So that's the first story, which is going to lead me to the next story here. And I'm going to see the difference in how people behave. It's not the point that these guys are out there doing what they're doing. It's what they're doing versus what somebody else is doing. And one receives favoritism over the other. Give me a second. Let me bring up my Facebook page. And I would encourage everybody to go to my Facebook page, Gunnison Undercover. I post a lot of stuff there that doesn't always make it to the video. And a lot of videos that I do, the stuff comes from the postings that I put on there. Okay, so we're going to bring it up, and here we go. This is reported on redbankgreen.com. And give me a second here, it's coming up. And here's the story. Red Bank cheers for hospital staffers. Take a good look at that, people. I'll see if we can get up there. I know we got some glare. I'll try to snag the picture and put it in the video for you to see. All right, so here's what it says. Red Bank area police and volunteer fighters delivered a massive, keyword massive, surprise cheer to healthcare workers on the front lines of the con virus battle at Riverview Medical Center Friday evening. The borough fire trucks, joined by gear from at least 9 surrounding towns, twice surrounded their homes, sounded their horns in unison as the staffers left and arrived for a shift change. Several hundred participants, most wearing protective, once again, most wearing protective masks, cheered and blew kisses from the parking lot as hospital employees in surgical masks and gowns acknowledged the love from upper floor windows. Red Bank Fire Chief Scott Calabrese organized the unannounced event, which drew fire, police, first aiders from Fairhaven, Little Silver, blah, blah, blah. The aim, he said, was to say thank you for your courage on the front line of the battle. And there's one of their pictures right there. All right, people, you see where I'm going with this story? It's okay. It's not okay if you're an individual citizen exercising your free rights on your own property. It's not okay if you're a citizen exercising your free right to freely move and communicate with other people, especially if you're on private property. That is not okay. But it's okay if a group of 100 people gather around Riverview Medical Center and wave and blow kisses, some not wearing masks, to the hospital workers. That is okay. What is the difference? That's what I want to know, people. Can you explain to me? Because I'm having a difficult time understanding it. Now, let me get back to the Facebook posting. I want you to, give me a second here, people. Let me bring up the page and let me read to you. Let me see if we can get it all. It's on different, there's several postings, but they're all like supporting all this. The lemmings, the people with no backbone, the government supporters, the whatever you want to call them. They sit there, yeah, for the what's going on. That is okay because it's something different. They're doing the flavor of the week. The first flavor of the week was sending pizzas over to the police departments. That's getting old now. And a lot of these police departments are starting to wise up and take that food and give to people who need it. Except for Howell Township, they don't. They're just a bunch of assholes over there. I'm not saying the individual officer. I'm just saying the message. But the flavor that was the flavor of the week, giving cops food, sending them food over there. Having your kids draw pictures and send it. That was the flavor of the week last week. This week's flavor is hospital workers. Send food over there. Let's go stand down a group of 100 people and wave them, blow kisses. That's the flavor of the week. And it's okay now. And plus, the government forces are not going to do anything because if you think about it, the fire department and the first aid squads are the auxiliary they're auxiliary to the government forces. They're not, I'm not saying the fire and first aid are, are government forces. They're not, but they're a branch of it. They're a support group to the government and forces. So that is okay to go do, despite the fact that Governor Murphy's order did not say anything about it. It said no large gatherings, I believe no large gatherings over 10 people. That's what it says. He's put out several orders. I think he's on his third order already. He just modified one the other day, and I'll get to that in another video. But that's okay. So somebody had said something to me on the posting I said, and they weren't being nasty or anything. They said they kind of agreed, but then they were rationalizing in their mind, well, it's for the government workers. So my response is, if the guy holding the Pink Floyd concert with his acoustic guitar, him and his buddy, they're going to play Hey, Wish You Were Here. If they were all donning masks, sitting on their front porch, 6 feet apart, and the onlookers who showed up, who brought their lawn chairs, were wearing a mask and sitting 6 feet apart on his front lawn or standing 6 feet apart on the street, would that have been okay? Because that's the mindset and the rationale that I'm getting. So if that is what we're saying here, because in the pictures you see some of the people are standing apart, so why wouldn't the Rumson police just go to that man playing the guitar and tell the people, look, you can play the guitar and enjoy the music, but we need you to stand 6 feet apart. And we'd like you to put some mask on. They didn't do that. They went in there like good little soldiers supporting the government because they are government forces, and they went there and they threw their weight around. They threw their oath to uphold the Constitution. It doesn't even apply anymore. You learn what these cops are doing. The Constitution, their oath to the Constitution means nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have covered this a gazillion times. Auditors have. that they don't honor their oath. They don't give a flying F about their oath to the Constitution. They follow orders. They blindly follow orders. They do what they need to do to protect their job and to protect their pension and their family. This is Gunnison Undercover. I will put the links in the description. You can go read the whole story yourself. I believe there's some video of the fire trucks and all the people standing around. And you can watch it and you can shake your head.